Okay, I think we are live, hopefully on both YouTube and Twitch. I'm not sure which one I'm going to settle with, but we'll do both. So, if you haven't been present at the last few streams, this is about kind of a whole bunch of floppy disks that I got from an auction lot. You can see them on this camera here, just all these boxes. We've already gone through 3 boxes of them. And it's really what we're doing is testing and see what loads up. We'll play the games a little bit as they come up, but yeah, again, it's mostly just seeing which discs actually play. And I've got my dog Jess next to me as well. I don't think I'll be able to do a Jess cam this time though, because all the cameras are about to change things around. So the laptop's here because I've been trying to get this multi-stream thing working, and the other webcam is all the way over there, and I can't get to it easily. So anyway. Let's get on, and we'll continue with the box that we left. I really should also, at the same time, just...
You look after Daddy while he does this?
My wife. I will... we'll start where we left off with this box here, which you can see the back of. And... well, the next game is Kid Gloves. So yeah, the standard thing again, which we said before. This is on an actual bit of hardware, so it's an actual Amiga 500 using an actual external disk drive and of course actual media. So there will be lag and delays and things will take a while to load, because that's how it kind of worked back in the day. So yeah. Hard to say if this is working or not. It sounds alright. The disc sounds okay. So hopefully we're going to get something. We had... I ponder. Oh, can you hear me? That's a good point actually. This stuff is hardly ever working first time. I think the audio looks alright though. Will be nothing for the Amiga just yet. Oh, red screen. It's changed to a red screen, but it still appears to be loading. Oh, there we go. Excellent, thank you. Right, so here we are. This is Kid Gloves on the Amiga then. We'll give it a quick go. I'm using the Cheetah Ballistics joystick, which is a joystick I took the mickey of quite a lot, but has kind of ended up being my favourite for using on most thanks for using almost... I realise like help is a good thing, but I'm pretty sure everyone knows what a key does. Oh, okay, well that's fine. We don't need that fruit. Okay. Ah. Okay. Okay. Well, that's Kid Gloves number 1. We've already done number 2 from this disc box. They're mostly in alphabetical order, but sometimes the actual like sequels and stuff come before the prequels, so to speak. Right, so the next game is Mega Twins, and that's a 2-disc game. So let's see what we get. Oh, we got a bit of a crack intro this time from Skid Row. Just hopefully be able, yep, we can skip that by pressing the mouse button. Oh, that's loading up lots of small data, so probably something compressed, I would imagine. All right, US gold. It sounds a little rough, but Okay. We are, of course, going to call ourselves Bob. This looks very Wonder Boy-y. Which is no bad thing. I'm a bit of a fan of Wonder Boy. Oh, it looks very Wonder Boy-y. Oh, oh, that didn't move very well. Okay. It's a bit sluggish in the old movement. I mean, quite inventive bad guys, I guess, going under the ground. Oh, okay. Obviously, we can't jump on the spikes. There we go. Now we've got some runner beans. Up to jump, of course, because the Amiga by default didn't really have one button, more than one button, sorry, in its joypad. Oh, there we are. Oh, there we are. I quite like this. It's a bit, the movement's a bit sluggish, but it's very, very colourful graphics and quite inventive bad guys as well. Oh, and I walked straight into those. Oh, hello. There's like a mini boss thing, is it? I guess it is, yeah. Oh. Yeah, nice and colourful graphics. I like it. Oh. And after beating the mini boss, I then got done by the next guy. Right. So let's move on to the next game, which is Kid Chaos. I'm swapping between sides on this disc box. I should probably go through one side and then go to the next. Like I say, the guy did seem to put them in. I say guy, whoever it was, did seem to put them in alphabetical order. Although we had Mortal Kombat a little while ago. Anyway, have a bit of a crack tro. In case you weren't part of the Amiga scene or you've not looked into it, one of the things that we had was when a company, a group of people would crack a game so it was available for other people, they would put on a little kind of almost like I guess a graffiti tag really, which is like some animation which would sometimes have addresses for bulletin boards, shout outs to other teams, and just sometimes just insults to other teams as well. All very interesting part of the history of the Amiga. So it's one of those things I miss, but not enough that I'd go back to the old days of having to try to find games by going to people's houses and swapping discs and stuff, or spending huge amounts on telephone bills to join BBSs. In fact, we're at the point now where, I mean, back then I had, most of the people with Amiga, I would say, had pirated games to a degree. I didn't have many, but mainly because discs were quite expensive comparatively. I was a poor student, so there was yeah, they were quite expensive. Oh, Magnetic Fields, okay. Magnetic Fields is one of my favourite companies on the Amiga, so although mostly because of Supercars 2, I will admit. Yeah, so we had pirated games, but not many because the price really, and getting hold of them. You'd have to physically go places normally to copy games. We had a shop called Just Tapes, which worked well for that in Basingstoke. Whoever this person is who owned this lot, not so much with the lack of discs, because the sheer variety and amount of games and software that they've obviously just done everything they wanted. They got whatever they wanted, they just got it, basically. I don't think I've ever played Kid Chaos. Yeah, and we know it's one person. This has all come from one person because they didn't just like write the names on the front. They've also put them on the spine, and it's on everything. Everything has got this on the spine. As well as the front, and it's all the same handwriting. So it's definitely the same person that did all of these. And it's a weird mixture of games. It's got some educational titles. It's got some artistic design stuff in there. So, yes, very eclectic mix of software. I end up repeating a lot of this stuff because I'm trying to fill in the space between games loading. If you just joined, I will say we are going through a big collection of Amiga backup titles that I got from an auction win. And so therefore we are using actual floppy disks on an actual Amiga and an actual floppy drive. The floppy drive and external drive that actually came with the same auction lot as well. So it will take time to load some stuff up. Just like in the old days when we didn't have the fancy devices for loading things a bit faster. It will take a while to load some of this stuff up. So I will try to fill in that gap as much as possible. Okay. Secret Garden, Section 1, the Green Hilltops, Destruction Target 35. I've no idea what this means because I've never played this game before. Oh, that's quite interesting. Oh dear. Oh, I see. It's you just jump. Oh, it's really hard to control. But I think that might be the point. We're just supposed to destroy everything, are we? It kind of the graphics make me think of Toki. If anyone remembers Toki, which is was like an action platformer where you were an ape. That's what the graphics are. Oh, that's very Sonic. I'm guessing this arrived after Sonic was a thing then. What an odd game. Yeah, I've never played this before, and it's if you push the fire button, it just jumps and spins, and so the idea is just to destroy as much as possible, I think, without dying, basically. That's a very odd game. Definitely inspired by Sonic the Hedgehog as well. It's in kind of its presentation. Obviously, rather than I would say actually the gameplay, even though obviously Sonic, you don't jump around all the time, it still has a kind of a similar feeling to it because of the speed you're moving and stuff. Oh no, I lost more health. I don't know if I like the game, but it's definitely different. I just got to destroy flowers because it's just showing flowers there. Do more damage. Okay, so that's the end of the level then. I need to find... Oh, no. I need to find more flowers, I think, basically. Okay. Yeah, basically, effectively. If Sonic was about killing the animals rather than trying to save them from Dr. Robotnik, that's basically what this is. So, where are the flowers then? Ah! Oh my word. It's really irritating to control as well. Ah. I mean, you know, full marks that they've obviously tried to make something very different. So full marks for that. But, yeah, I don't know if it's a good game. How do I get up there? Because there's flowers up there. I must have to go a different way. Oh, I think I could have hit that. Oh, I need to get... Oh, I've got the flowers. So have I done enough now? Is that it? Can I now escape? I would have liked it to have told me that. Oh my word! You can get a lot of speed on though if you manage to jump from a decent height. Oh yeah, Yeah, and you can't kind of jump up these platforms properly. You've got to, if you jump at an angle, you go the wrong way and things. Yeah, there we go. I'm through. I don't think, I wouldn't say personally it's a good game, but it's definitely an interesting game, which is something. They've made something that's very quite unique, I'd say. Right, let's move on to the next thing. That was a 2-disc game, that one as well, so presumably quite a few levels. 3-disc game, sorry, I just saw the no, 4. I'll shut up until right, it is definitely 4, right. Okay, well now we have a classic Amiga title. We've got Kickoff. It's a game I definitely have played. I won't be any good at it because I've never been any good at Kickoff, but it's definitely up in the pantheon of Amiga titles. Personally prefer Sensible Soccer. I'm still not really good at that, but I do prefer it. I imagine we'll have a bit of a load time now, so... although we are getting some noise at least, that's something. You'll probably get the noise from 2 angles as well, because the TV is higher than I'd like, and I can't find the remote control, because these boxes are covering everything up. I am recording a video as well, or I will be, obviously not right now. Technically, it's recording a video, but I'll be recording a video for the channel. If you saw my social media, you'll have seen that I received a weird Famiclone in the shape of a keyboard. I'll be making a video about that. It's completely wrapped up still, so I'll be unwrapping it. So it'll be the very first time I try it will be on the video. If it doesn't work, then we'll just open it up. So either way. Okay, we'll do a single game. We won't do a whole one though. It's will take a little bit of a while. Had a bit of a packed weekend, really. Especially Friday. Friday I had the boys from Short Circuit come and visit. That's Pete and Tony. They bought a few things off of me, and we swapped a couple of things, and they helped me fix my XL Vision EXL100 computer, which is great. It's a machine that I had to sell when I had some job problems, and I was trying to also finance a film, so I ended up selling quite a lot of my collection back then. And that was one machine that I really regretted selling. So I've now got another one. There's no keyboard and no joysticks, and these are unique machines. And if you haven't watched my video, by the way, if you want to find out more about the EXL100, go and watch my videos on them. I've got a lot of videos for that machine because I loved it so much. But it's all infrared, so the joysticks were infrared, the keyboard was infrared. First thing I did on it was I made a what colour am I really should pay more attention. Blue, right, I'm blue. The first thing I did was make an Atari joystick to infrared adapter for it, and so what I'm doing now with the lack of a keyboard is I'm going to make a keyboard, a special keyboard for it. In fact, I'm making 3 different devices, so it's kind of, it can be done in any way you want really. So I'm making one that's got proper keyboard key switches, MX switches, or at least rip off Cherry MX switches, because they can't afford the real things. And also one that uses just micro switches, so it's much more compact keyboard, and one that will just take in a PS2 joystick keyboard. And both of those have also an Atari standard pin-out controller port as well. And you're now seeing, when I said I'm bad at Kickoff, I'm very bad at Kickoff. The computer's given me every opportunity to take over, and I just haven't. No. Well done, Keeper. Well done. Okay. On that note, I think we'll swap games. So yeah, that was Kickoff. So that disc's on the floor now. I'll pick that up later. Okay, so now it's Caramel's Cup, I think. A game I have never heard of. Not unusual. I guess one of the benefits, I was saying earlier about the fact that when I had an Amiga back in the day, I was a poor student, couldn't afford a lot of games, did end up getting some pirated games. I did usually buy, if I really liked a game, I would end up buying it, just not for any moral reason, I will say, just because having the box and the instructions and stuff was always good back in those days. No internet, obviously. Or at least not internet that you'd be able to use easily. And so I didn't, because I couldn't afford to get lots of discs, I couldn't afford to download lots of stuff, there weren't that many meetings you could go to, so it would just be every now and again. I would only have a few games, so there'd be just games I really wanted. They'd be the ones I'd be aiming at, so there's only a few of them. Not like the huge amount that this person collected. So this is kind of, it's not just me testing these discs out. I'm seeing a lot of games and applications I never ever saw back in the day, because either I just never got around to looking at them, or it happened in between the times when I wasn't an Amiga user. Because I was relatively late to the Amiga, not incredibly so, but relatively late. And I also didn't have that huge window as well. I went to PCs quite quickly because I was a software development, so I moved quite quickly to the PC. Oh, is it hockey? Okay. So that was a sports game then, which I kind of assumed it was, with Cup in the title. Hopefully you're also hearing the game noise. I think so. All these bars look like they're bouncing correctly. Oh, it's in German. Okay. I'm half Canadian, so or half French Canadian to be exact. So obviously I'm going to choose Canada. I did for a second there wonder why there was no English flag, but we're not renowned for our hockey playing. We have hockey teams. We have ice hockey teams. Basingstoke's got an ice hockey team. I think they're called the Bisons. So it does exist, but we're not really known on the world circuit for... Oh, wow, this is... Am I clicking through games now? I think I am, aren't I? Okay. I'm not a huge fan of any sports titles, and I have no idea what's going on here. Oh, right. Well, that's me, right? So, yes. Is that me? I think, oh, it's me. I missed. Oh, I'm guessing this is one of the fight things, right? Ah, fight. I'm losing this fight. So if you win this, do you like get... Because I remember that there's the arcade hockey game, isn't there? Oh. What the... How do you shoot? Did I score? I scored. Right. There we go. I've already done better in this sports title than I've done in many sports titles I've ever tried to play, so that's good. Right. Oh, Jurassic Park. Okay. Which Jurassic Park is this, I wonder? Oh my word, it's 5 discs. It is 5 discs. So is this the theme park one? Which isn't too bad. There's the arcade one, which isn't great. The SNES version's alright. But I kind of vaguely recall that it's not great on the Amiga. I don't think I ever... I can't be sure, I'll be honest, that if I played it or not. No, why do we have no signal? Interesting. Have we lost? No, definitely got a signal going through there. For some reason my TV has decided there's no signal, but I think we're definitely getting a solid signal through the OCC S box. God knows. The joy of using a modern television trying to show some of this stuff, it doesn't always work perfectly. Mind you, I'm not convinced that's loading. Oh, something's happening. Okay, I take it back. And the TV has now just burst into life again. Look at that. I've never seen that Ocean logo before. That's kind of nice. I don't know if I prefer it to the blue copper style one they normally do. Okay, English. Quite a lot more loading to do, I assume. Yeah, a 5-disc game. I'm guessing we're not gonna. I mean, I agree that the titles are important, but that felt like that was a load just to show the titles. I'm hoping it loaded up other stuff as well. Okay. It's loading again. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I think this is the arcade game. Disc 2. There's always the fun thing when you got multi-disc games, and like I say, you couldn't just download them from the internet. You had to. It was a rigmarole to get them, and let's put it that way. And so you'd go off and you get these discs copied, and you get back if it's a big game that's got lots of discs, and then just one would fail randomly, and that was that. Yeah, there was no quick fix for that, so that was fun. Obviously, you can't really complain. You're copying discs. Okay, it is loading. It's making some interesting noises. But it does appear to be loading. Again, if you only just joined, we are looking at a bunch of backup Amiga discs that I got as part of a lot. We're using a external floppy drive, which I actually got part of the lot as well, plugged into my actual Amiga A500, and obviously, yeah. So original hardware with original floppy disks, so there will be a lag when we're loading stuff up and what have you. Oh yeah, it is this. Okay. Oh. Zap, zap. Yeah. Yeah, not a fan of this game. I have played it. Yeah. Yeah, this is an annoying game. It's not. It's just. It's really finicky to try and hit things, and you just get kind of lost a lot as well, and it's annoying. Oh, come on, get up. Oh, okay, so we can't get up there, I don't think. So we probably can't hit that guy. Yeah, I've got this machine has got a Gotek internally, so I've had to also install a floppy switcher, because you can't boot off of the external floppy normally, and obviously when you're testing disks you have to be able to boot them. Oh, look at that's enough. It's not a great game. Yeah, 5 discs. It's 5 discs. Okay, well, a game I definitely do like, which is 3 discs, is it? Yeah, it's 3 discs. Jungle Strike. Mostly played it on the Mega Drive, but I do like the Amiga one as well. Yeah, Ashens was on the stream a few days back, and he was looking for one. There actually is now a switcher for the A1200, but you've got to order it from, I can't remember, somewhere in Europe, and and at the moment it doesn't look like they're actually shipping it to the UK. But one exists now, so hopefully the being able to get it problem will be sorted out. Nice and dramatic. There we go. I imagine I'll have to swap disk at least once before it gets into the game. This may take a while. Oh no, I didn't have to load. Okay, excellent. Well, okay. Maybe we will. Who knows? That was all that was doing was loading up the menu. Yeah. Story. Let's just shoot some things. Oh, now it's trying to load up another disk. There we go. So let's switch to... Where is it? That's the wrong one. Where did I put the... Bear with me. Oh, there we go. Found it. Disk 2, right? Yeah, disk 2. I think it's working. It sounds a little rough, but it seems to be moving. I said a couple of times whilst doing this stream, you kind of, when you've been using discs for a long time, like we did back in the day, you kind of got used to what the noises were and what was going on. Okay, so Jungle Strike. You never played it. The idea was just, well, you're a helicopter and you have to destroy targets and not get shot down, basically. I don't know what my targets are, because I thought there should be a map that showed you. Oh. Bad driving. Okay. Where are I mean, there's a car. Destroy the car. There we go. You don't know it's a civilian. It could be somebody in disguise. Alright, looks like that was actually a bad guy. Oh, now we can pick up extra weapons. There we go. Is that Sam's site? Is that? Yeah, there we go. Oh, I'm being shot at. Ah, ah, ah. There we go. There might be a bit of panic there, but that's fine. Anyway, yes, that's Jungle Strike. Great game. Just very simple fun. Right, next is Jumpman. Okay, that probably needs to be a different Kickstart version. I think the owner of this machine basically had an A500 and an A1200, and yeah, sometimes games don't load. I do have an A1200, but I guess we could. No, you know what? We'll stick with the A500. Right, next game is John Lowe Darts. I can even dig the A600 out, I guess, because that's got a slightly newer kickstart in it. Ah, lovely little the copper bar animations. Some of the interesting stuff these Cracktros used to do. Ah, Gremlin. Oh, this disc is sounding a little rough. Yeah, I think this is failing. Indeed. There are a lot of discs to go through. We're going to be here for a while. Ooh, I'm not sure this one's loading. This disc sounds quite rough. Oh, well, something happened. That looks very 8-bit, right? Doesn't look 16-bit at all. How do I... Oh, right. I have to use the mouse. What are these... I don't know what I'm doing. Oh. Arcade. One player. Nope. How do I start? Exhibitions. Competitions. Soccer darts. What? So exhibition, right? Sorry, one player. Game only. Press escape to exit. Yeah, I did one. Oh, no, I did 3 players. Let's go back to 1. Go back to 1. 1 player. There we are. Bob, of course. Alright, well I guess that's the closest you're going to get to a swapper. Oh, okay. Eric Bristow then. 301. Now is this going to play just like the old, the Spectrum 8-bit era darts games where you basically just have to make a shaky hand? Yeah, it does. Glorious. Hey. Oh, not 180. Ah. Oh. Exactly the same as me. I call shenanigans on that. I'm also never going to be able to do the same again. Oh no, I did do the same again. Look at that. Of course, I can't do 180 now because I haven't got enough. So I need to do... Oh. Well, I need to do a 1. And... Okay, I've made that more difficult for myself. Oh, okay. That felt like the computer decided to suddenly do a lot better. Double 2. I need double 1. Oh, no, I did get it. Excellent. Now, come on. Double 20. That's all we need. Oh, so close. Did he win? He won. Okay. The computer definitely cheated. How could I have lost otherwise? It wasn't bad, actually. I mean, a darts game, obviously not the most interesting or difficult of games, but it's quite a good darts game. Right, so Joe and Mac, I've played this one. Caveman Ninjas, right? Oh, no, okay. So is it this disc that you need to boot off of? Some of these have been named weird, so this has happened a few times on games where you've got 3 discs. One's disc 1, one's disc 2, and the other one says data, and data's actually the one you've got to boot up from, which I guess makes sense in a way, but yeah. Oh, there you go. That's another crack tro. This time telling you about the little parties you could go to share games and what have you. And of course, every single cracking team was always the world's #1. Oh, come on. And it's again an international concern. It always amused me that they were doing this, which was illegal. Obviously, copyright was a thing, piracy was a thing. So, but they gave addresses that you could contact people. And yes, they're PO boxes, but certainly in England, the PO box isn't like an anonymous thing. You can find out who owns one. I mean, I guess they could lie, but it's still definitely fraught. And even phone numbers. They were selling backup systems for consoles, so they were genuinely making a whole business out of it. Why are we not starting? Why is this not starting? Nothing I'm pushing is getting this to start. Oh, okay, literally, okay. We were waiting for it to repeat the first thing, and then it allowed me to move on. So I guess they really want you to watch that. Yes. There's been a fair few of them. I think we've covered most of the teams. I haven't seen anything for Red Sector, which is interesting, although I guess they were mostly doing demos at this point. Oh, that doesn't feel like that's what that should be doing. Yep, no, this has failed. This is very much failed. Okay, so that didn't load. We'll move on to the next one. This seems fine. It just didn't load. I'm guessing interfered with something. That's interesting. I wonder. I wonder how the name continued. Is there some kind of like official thing, or is it just that someone just picked the name up? It'll be interesting. Right, the next game is Jim Powers, which appears to be 2 discs. Oh, it's changed, right? Yeah, so I've got this keyless floppy switcher, which I may have to change to a key floppy switcher, because sometimes a game will go slightly wrong and it will swap the discs around again, so it won't boot anymore, which is what just happened then. Oh, and here we are, Fairlight again. Oh, no, it's just done it again. It has just done it again. We'll try. Sometimes if you get off these screens quickly, it won't do it. There we go. Now it's worked. It is still loading. This sounds all right. Yeah, if you only just joined, we are going through a bunch of discs that I got as part of an auction. Lots of Amiga backups. We are using them through an external floppy that I also got as part of the same auction lot. And so obviously we are using it on a real Amiga with a floppy drive and with actual media. So things will not be fast. There will be some waiting around whilst things load up, and things will certainly fail. This game is Jim Powers, which I'm pretty sure I played. Definitely rings a bell anyway. My dog is in the room, but unfortunately I can't get the camera to do a dog cam. Yeah, no, I've definitely played this. Yep. It's, yeah, it's all right. Oh, it's in death. It's okay, but it's a bit it's not great to control. The control isn't brilliant. Anyway, Jim Powers. We're not going to play games particularly long. There are a lot of discs to go through. You can see, like on this camera at the bottom, you can see that's many of them. There's still another box and things after that, and 3 cardboard boxes as well. So a lot of discs. We've already gone through 3 disc boxes. Quasar Sam has been around for quite a few of them. Right, Paradox, yet another cracking company. Oh, this doesn't sound good. Oh, no, it's moved on. James Pond, I think I forgot to say. Yeah, it's James Pond. Not a fan, not a huge fan of Euro platformers. They just tend to kind of focus on the trivialities of platforming, like just collecting as many things as possible, and just weird death traps and stuff like that, which kind of the Japanese really worked out with Mario and what have you, and before Mario as well, to be fair. Mario didn't solve all those problems. They were solved as well by other companies before Nintendo picked up on it. But yeah, Euro ones, we just didn't seem to do that. I don't know. I think we liked games being as hard as possible, but it just got worse and worse and worse as time went on. I think eventually we got to the point where people forgot they also have to be fun. Right. Yeah, it's just... Again, just, yeah. It's not the worst of them, but it's not great. Yeah, I think that's enough. It's just, yeah, it's not a great game. It's quite tricky to control as well. I mean, some of that might be the cheater ballistics, admittedly, but you know. Right, a game that I did have on the Amiga, Jaguar XJ220. It's an okay racing game. Skid Row. Oh, they've done it again. Hold on. We have to reset again. So something in these Cracktros, they fire off this disc swapper if you don't close them fast enough. So I don't know what they're doing, but something obviously. Okay, it's a 2-disc game, so we don't know when that will be swapping. I think this was properly licensed, this game. I think they actually got the license from Jaguar to make this game, if I recall correctly. Because before then, people didn't really bother. They would just make a game and then that would be it. Which one is just start game? Exit? Am I meant to be doing something right now? This is an odd interface. I don't recall this interface at all. Maybe I've never played this on the Amiga after all. Oh, disc 2. There we go. So that's where we're loading up disc 2. It may well ask us for disc 1 again. Oh, it's just what changed discs over. Oh, it's changed it back. Is that going to work now? Nope, it's changed it. Okay, that game's not going to run, unfortunately. Keep swapping the disc. I am going to have to change that to a non-switching or a non-auto switcher. So you have to actually use a button to switch. Right, well, next game is Jimmy White Snooker, which is a very good snooker game. And you've swapped, so I need to swap you back. I am glad my the capture device I use to stream is way more forgiving than the one I use to record for videos, because if I had to reset the machine this much, that would have been useless. The footage would have been awful. Oh, we'll get that started before it changes discs again. Stop loading, but that may just be because it's decompressing stuff. No, there we go. Can we skip this? Yeah. The word is Bob. Okay, let's quickly start a one-player game. Yep, you doing that? Okay. Player one's name is, of course, Bob. And yes, we will play against. Alright, we're definitely going to have. How do we change? Okay. I don't remember how to play this at all. Why am I getting to move that? That's weird. that was less than effective. Okay. So yes, that was Jimmy White Snooker, and I do not remember how to play it. J. Khan Squash, which I might have played. Oh, look at that! Yet another cracking company. I imagine I'm not going to be very good at a squash game. I'm generally bad at sports games, full stop, and squash just feels like it's going to be more than my aging reflexes will be able to handle. Okay. Yes. Oh, right, controller. Okay. Oh. My God, the menu systems on these things. Right, I'm the guy in white. Am I serving? Okay. I don't know how to play squash, so... I also apparently don't know how to play digital squash, so that's good. I have no idea what I'm doing. Ah. How'd you hit? Oh, I think I actually hit it. No. That's enough of that. Okay, so the next game is Italia Manager, which I assume is a football game. I assume it's a football game. I've got to let my dog out of the room. Hold on. You'll go see Mummy. Right. There you go. All right. Was that the squash game? It's yeah. That's I don't know what was going. I have no idea what was going on there at all. I'll tell you what. Putting the disc on the laptop, which has probably got magnetic. Oh, this is not sounding good. Yeah, that one's failing. There we are. We'll do a retry, but I think this disc is probably gone. I will say, considering the amount of discs that I have tested, relatively few have failed. Those two are going to go on the fail pile. Also, I don't know if the second one is bad, but the first one is. So it may be that we can still format them. It might not be that the discs are completely dead. It's just that the game is actually corrupted. But we can try formatting them and seeing if we can recover those discs. Right. This is a great game. It came from the desert. It's on 3 discs. It's definitely it's a sign of one of those a really good sample of one of those cinematic games that they were trying to make around this time in the Amiga, which kind of a brave thing to try to do when you didn't have CD to do all the data. Another cracking company. There were quite a few of them. I will say, you know, the old trope of where you'd have somebody who would claim that their dad worked for Nintendo, etc., and they'd know. I think you're right, Ponder. Yeah, I think it's been put on Steam or something. I think I recall reading something about that. Yeah, yeah. There's that trope where you'd have like somebody who would claim that their dad worked for Nintendo or Atari, so they knew what was going on and stuff. I think back in these days, the friends that claimed they were part of a cracking group was that version of it, and they would claim that they knew when things were coming out because they were part of a cracking group. Um, and to be honest, back then it's entirely possible that nobody actually knew who was part of the cracking group, including those that were part of it in actuality. Now, I will say, considering that this is on 3 floppy disks, this they do a pretty good stab at making this cinematic with an intro and everything. Right, we are cracking it. We are skipping it. No, I do not want to load a save game. Insert reel 2. Yeah, so this is one of CinemaScope's things that they used to do. They used to call discs reels, just to keep that cinema style thing going. It was like I said, it was a fair crack, and they did release a few of their games on the CD-TV and the CD-32 as well. So they then did, of course, have access to all those all the extra megs of space that a CD offered them. But I genuinely, I think they made a very good job of doing the whole cinematic experience on just a few megs. Oh, I think I need the joys. Keep trying to press the mouse, but I need the joypad. Yep, kept carry on. Yes, answer the door. I think my dog is literally just sitting outside the door. It's getting close to when she gets taken out, so she is just impatient and sitting there outside the door, hoping that one of us will just decide to take her out anyway. This is sounding a bit crunchy, but hopefully we're going to be all right. Yeah, they really did do a good job, and I think CinemaWare, I think that were one of the best, like wings and stuff like that, and they really did make it as much like a movie as they possibly could in the very limited amount of data they had. Like this, you know, obviously they can't do. They can't do the like rendered animated characters or digitized characters because they don't have the space. But yeah, it's impressive. We're going to put disc 3 in because I'm hoping this will take us to the more kind of action part of the game, because they're not all like inter-screen interactions and stuff. Oh my. It's going to be a disc swapper. Some of these games you could also, if you had a hard drive, you could install them to the hard drive. Obviously much handier. I do technically have a hard drive. A hard drive also came with this auction lot, the A500. The SCSI drive had died in it, unsurprisingly. But I replaced it with a blue SCSI and it's working fine. Okay. We've got time to load up one more disc, I think, before I'm going to have to call it a night. Oh, that's going to be international tennis. Not an auspicious ending to the stream. Yet another cracking company. It's good music for a tennis game. What got next? My word. I just flipped through the remaining discs on this side of this disc box, and there are some howlers in there. That's going to be good for the next streams. Come on, international tennis, hurry up and load up. If you have just joined, we are using actual discs in an actual Amiga and an actual floppy drive, so things take a while sometimes to load up. What's going on? Oh, you are still loading, right. Okay. Oh, right. Who's serving? Am I serving? Apparently I'm serving. That would have been true for me had I not bought a second-hand Amiga, so it already came with games. Because, like I say, Just Tapes was kind of the place we all went to, and they mostly dealt in just all the demos and stuff that you could, so they could copy onto disc for you for £1. You'd get a disc and stuff copied onto them. Oh no. Well, it's fine. It's not a bad tennis game. Possibly I'm slightly pushed it over the edge on that one because I did okay on it, right, instead of as badly as I did on all the other ones. Right, we got time for one more, and that's Indy 500, which I feel is a better one to end on than tennis. Oh, stop loading. Hopefully that means it's decompressing stuff now. No, it's loading again. Yes, that name is Bob. There we go. Right, we are going to go straight into a race. Oh my word, this is not a high frame rate. Oh, it might be worth trying to get this stuff working on the A600, because I think the A600 does work with floppy swappers. And very good. Oh, okay. Yep, go forward. No, not reversing very well. Reverse. Does it reverse? How do I reverse? The cars are just streaming past me now. Okay, fine. I think that's where we end. Oh, I think someone hit me to turn me around. Fair enough. I think that's where we end. Right, well, thanks for joining me on this strange odyssey through pirated discs. There will be many, many more. Yeah, this A500 used to have a PyStorm in it, but it doesn't anymore. It's literally a stock A500. Maybe I'll stick another PyStorm in it. Maybe I will try this on. I've got an A600, which has got an actual accelerator in it, and obviously the A1200, which has also got an accelerator in it, and it's just way faster anyway. Yeah. Right. Anyway, yes. Thank you all for joining me. We will be doing. Obviously, there's so many more discs. We're going to go for every single one of these discs. We may come back and play a few games as well. Ones that have kind of caught my eye that I've never tried before. Which should be a more interesting stream than just putting discs in and out. Although we're finding new stuff. We found that licensed copy of Xcopy, which blew my mind certainly because I didn't think they existed, like licensed WinZip and WinRARs. But yes, thanks for joining this time. We will be back again with more, and we'll have a good night. I'll see you later.